George Mekon. From 1952 to 1954, the Minneapolis Lakers snagged 3 straight championships, becoming the NBA's first ever three-peat team. Over those 3 years, they won 9 finals games and only dropped 2, dominating at a near unstoppable level. Their core guy, George Mekon, a 6'10", 245-pound beast in the paint, averaged 22.6 points and was pretty much unguardable back then. He didn't just bully his way through, he used soft hook shots and steady rebounding to crush opponents, often pulling ahead right from the tip-off. The Lakers' success wasn't about some fancy system, it was one superstar player exploiting the rules like nobody's business. The league figured out this style was kinda boring and wasn't great for growing the fan base. So, in 1955, the NBA changed the rules for the first time, widening the paint from 6 feet to 12, basically shoving Mekon out from under the basket. The bigger paint threw off his positioning, and his scoring efficiency tanked from a peak of 28.4 points a game to under 20.6, and the Lakers got stuck in the conference finals in 55, never making it back to the finals. That change straight up ended the Lakers' dynasty and made the league realize how much one superstar could mess with the game's rules. Bottom line, George Mekon was so dominant the league had to step in to keep things competitive. By the way, this was the first time the NBA changed rules because of one guy. The end of this big man era cleared the way for the next dynasty, one that leaned more on teamwork. The 24-second shot clock boosted scoring to an average of 93.1 points a game, setting the stage for Russell's rookie season. Bill Russell. From 1959 to 1966, the Boston Celtics won 8 straight titles, holding the NBA's longest championship streak, a record nobody's touched since. Over those 8 seasons, they racked up 49 playoff wins and only 16 losses, with a crazy 75.4% win rate. The main man, Bill Russell, also 6'10", averaged 22.5 rebounds a game and totally flipped the game's pace with his defense and boards. He wasn't like Jordan or Kobe, dominating with points, but his blocks, positioning, and help defense turned every game into a chess match. Meanwhile, Coach Red Auerbach pushed a fast break system, using speed to wear down opponents' stamina and decision-making. They ran faster, defended tighter, and always controlled the game's tempo. That Celtics squad had 11 players who ended up with at least one championship ring, making them feel like a well-oiled machine. Compared to today's star-driven teams, those Celtics were all about teamwork and rotation, even rolling out the NBA's first all-black starting lineup in '64, smashing stereotypes. They averaged 22 fast breaks per game, almost double the next best team, thanks to their grab the rebound and go mantra drilled in training camp. Russell didn't just grab boards, he kickstart the fast break himself, going from under the rim to the front court in a flash. That 8-year reign completely redefined what defense wins championships meant. But because they won so much, folks started wondering if defense first was exciting enough. So the league began looking for new ways to boost scoring, paving the way for Jordan's era. Showtime Lakers. In the 80s, the Lakers were in the finals almost every year, thanks to Magic Johnson's playmaking vision and Kareem's rock-solid low-post game. From 1980 to 1991, they hit the finals 9 times, winning 5, basically owning the league that decade. Especially in '87, when they beat Larry Bird's Celtics 4-2 in the finals, defending their title and cementing the Showtime vibe as iconic. That year, Magic averaged 21.8 points and 12.2 assists, even hitting the junior sky hook to seal a game against the Celtics, running the show like nobody else. Meanwhile, Kareem, at 40 years old, still put up 17.5 points a game, holding down the paint with veteran savvy. The Lakers, with their mix of young and old talent, pulled off back-to-back titles, taking full control of the '80s in LA. In '88, the Lakers barely pulled off a three-peat, but the finals went to a gritty 7 games against Detroit's Bad Boys. In that series, Magic averaged 21.1 points, Kareem 17.1, while Detroit's 22-year-old Joe Dumars and Isaiah Thomas took turns attacking the paint, nearly pushing the Lakers to the brink. In Game 6, Isaiah dropped 25 points in the third quarter alone while playing hurt, but the Lakers squeaked by 108-105 in Game 7 to win the three-peat. Those signs of the dynasty aging were clear. In '89, the Lakers faced the Pistons again in the finals, but got swept 4-0, with Magic and Byron Scott both hobbled by hamstring injuries, leaving them no chance. Injuries became the wild card, and the Lakers' last hurrah ended that year. With the Pistons rising and Magic's injuries piling up, the Lakers' three-peat dream fizzled, setting the stage for a new rookie to step up. Jordan Dynasty I. From 1991 to 1993, the Chicago Bulls won 3 straight titles, becoming the first team to truly rule the post-Magic era. They won 12 finals games and lost just 5 over those 3 years, with a 78% win rate, and Michael Jordan became a legend. In '92, he averaged 35.8 points, 6.5 assists, and 4.8 rebounds against the Blazers in the finals, with that iconic 6 threes and shrug moment still replayed today. The Bulls didn't just rely on Jordan's scoring, they had Pippen's defense and Horace Grant's rebounding to build a balanced attack and defense system. Meanwhile, coach Phil Jackson honed the triangle offense, blending Jordan's explosive talent into a team rhythm. For 3 straight years, they controlled nearly every playoff round, never needing a Game 7. The '93 finals were their first real test, facing Charles Barkley's MVP-led Suns. Jordan averaged 41 points in that series, the highest ever in finals history, totally shutting down the Suns' offense. But just when everyone expected a four-peat, Jordan shocked the world by retiring that summer after his dad, James Jordan, was murdered on a North Carolina highway. That decision caught the league off guard and stopped the dynasty dead in its tracks at its peak. In the '93-'94 season, without Jordan, NBA ratings plummeted 21%, missing its biggest star. And in that gap, with Jordan gone, another long-dormant team seized the moment, using defense and inside skills to grab 2 titles, setting up the next chapter of the three-peat curse. Rockets gap. After Jordan's first retirement in '93, the league had a huge power vacuum, and the Rockets swooped in to snag 2 championships. In '94, Houston beat Ewing's Knicks in a 7-game final slugfest, with Hakeem Olajuwon averaging 26.9 points, 9.1 rebounds, and 3.9 blocks, dominating with his low-post moves. The next year, they pulled off an underdog run, knocking out the West's top 3 Jazz, Suns, and Spurs, then swept the young Orlando Magic 4-0 in the finals, winning by an average of 9 points. Hakeem outscored MVP Shaq by 6 points a game and forced him into 4 turnovers a game, completely owning the guy's scene as the future of centers. The Rockets became the only 6th seed to ever win a title and the only '90s dynasty not powered by Jordan. But their reign didn't last long in '96. They got swept 4-0 by the Sonics in the second round, with their defense and bench showing clear signs of aging and lack of depth. Even though Hakeem still dropped 26 points a game, the Rockets shot under 42% in that series, and Payton and Kemp sped things up, totally breaking their half-court offense. More importantly, Jordan was back for the '95 playoffs, and in '96, the Bulls steamrolled the league with 72 wins, completely blocking the Rockets' path. So, their 2-year glory faded into the background, with a lot of folks calling it a brief interlude in the Jordan era. And as the Rockets fell off, Jordan was gearing up for a bigger comeback, building the most complete three-peat team in NBA history. Jordan Dynasty 2. In '96, Jordan led a revamped Bulls team back to the top, setting an NBA record with 72 wins and 10 losses, a wild 87.8% win rate, announcing the King was back. Pippen averaged 19.4 points. Hucock won 6th Man of the Year, and new guy Rodman grabbed 14.9 rebounds a game, filling the gap left by Horace Grant. Their regular season dominance was just the start. They went 12-1 in the playoffs, beating the Sonics 4-2 in the finals to grab the first title. Rodman didn't just pull down 19 rebounds a game in the finals, he also racked up over $2 million in fines that season for on- and off-court drama. By the way, that was a league record back then. But Jordan wasn't done. He wanted to bring back that early '90s dominance. The next 2 years, the Bulls still ran the show, facing the Jazz in the '97 and '98 finals, wrapping both up in 6 games. In '97, the flu game saw a sick Jordan drop 38 points in '98. He hit that iconic game-winning jumper in Game 6 to seal the deal. He averaged 33.5 points in that series, while the whole team only put up 87.3 points a game, leaning hard on his ability to take over. Over the three-peat, Jordan played 58 playoff games, averaging 41.7 minutes, and led the league in points, shots, and makes. That Bulls team didn't just have the greatest single superstar. They locked down the league with defense and discipline. But the dynasty didn't end because of opponents. It was torn apart by the front office. After '98, coach Phil Jackson left. Pippen was traded, Rodman was gone, Jordan retired again, and the big three fell apart. Just like after the first three-peat, every time Jordan reached God level, the league needed years to rebuild its power structure. And this time, the vacuum was handed to the most dominant big man ever, Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq Kobe. Starting in 2000, the Lakers, powered by Shaq's dominance and Kobe's rise, pulled off a three-peat, becoming the 21st century's first dynasty duo. In the 2000 finals, Shaq averaged 38 points and 16.7 rebounds, crushing the Pacers' defense to win FMVP. He led the league in points, rebounds, and blocks that postseason. Meanwhile, 21-year-old Kobe was already dropping 21.1 points a game and carried the team in overtime of Game 7 in the Western Conference Finals to advance. Shaq was top 3 in MVP voting all 3 years, and in 2000, he became the first player to sweep regular season, All-Star, and Finals MVP awards. The two of them dropping 55-plus points together was just another day at the office, and the Lakers crushed opponents with defense and efficiency, winning over 75% of their playoff games each year. In 2001, the Lakers went 15-1 in the playoffs, with their only loss coming from AI's unreal performance, before taking down the 76ers 4-1. That season, Shaq averaged 30.4 points and 15.4 rebounds, while Kobe went off for 48 and 45 points in the second round, completely breaking the Spurs. They went from barely passing to each other to being the ultimate duo, and the whole league was wondering how long they'd dominate, but reality hit harder than expected. By 2003, the Lakers didn't even make the Western Conference Finals, stopped by the rising Spurs, and team tension started to crack. Practice fights, media shade, and refusing to pass on the court, these chemistry issues were signs of the dynasty's coming collapse. In 2004, the Lakers' Fab Four experiment flopped, getting smoked 1-4 by the Pistons. Shaq averaged 22 points in the finals, but was benched in crunch time, and Kobe shot just 38%. As soon as the season ended, Shaq was traded to Miami. Kobe became the lone leader, and the dynasty duo that averaged over 56 points together for 3 years was done. After the Lakers' three-peat, the league entered a power-sharing era, until a certain big man got humbled in Boston, kicking off a new order. Spurs No. 3. From 1999 to 2014, the Spurs dominated across 3 eras, snagging 5 championships but never pulling off a three-peat. After winning in 2003, the Lakers bounced them in the second round in 2004. They climbed back to the top in 2005, only to get knocked out in a first-round Game 7 by the Mavs in 2006. In 2007, they were champs again, but 2008 saw the Lakers send them packing 4-1. The GDP trio, Duncan with 10 All-NBA nods, Parker with an FMVP, and Ginobili averaging 19.5 points in 2008, never leaned into grinding their stars during the regular season. They kept win totals around 60, played at a snail's pace, and prioritized long-term health over short-term explosions. That gave them staying power but cost them the burst needed for a three-peat. Popovich was one of the first coaches to roll out load management systematically. As early as 2003, he de-rest Duncan, even when jostling for playoff seeds against the Lakers or Suns. In 2005, the Spurs' gritty defense held the Pistons to just 89.3 points per game over 7. But in 2006, resting Parker and Duncan backfired, leading to a Game 7 loss to the Mavs in the West semis. This cautious vibe carried into 2014, when the GDP trio, with over 520 playoff games between them, still crushed the Heat's Big 3 4-1, leaning on a rock-solid system and bench depth. But a three-peat? That demands 3 straight years of 95-plus game intensity, and the Spurs played it safe instead. Their whole vibe, culture, and playstyle was about sustainable competition, not short-lived dynasties. They didn't just want a three-peat, they refused to risk player health or system integrity for it. In 2013, Ray Allen's clutch 3 in Game 6's final 28 seconds killed their best shot at a repeat. By 2014, with the GDP crew in their twilight, the Spurs' self-imposed limits traded a shot at historic dominance for 5 titles over 15 years. The next team to fall short of a three-peat was just one healthy ankle away from glory. Heatle's era. In the summer of 2010, LeBron's decision to join Wade and Bosh in Miami flipped the NBA upside down. All three were in their prime. LeBron was coming off 29.7 points and 8.6 assists. Wade was a top-5 scorer, and Bosh had 5 straight 2010 seasons. Miami went from playoff fringe to championship or bust overnight. They stumbled in the 2011 finals against the Mavs, catching heat, but bounced back with 2 seasons of pure dominance. In 2012, they took down the Thunder in the finals, with LeBron dropping 28.6 points, 10.2 rebounds, and 7.4 assists for his first ring. The real dynasty vibes hit in 2012-13, with a 23-game win streak, second only to the 71-72 Lakers 33. They went 66-16, led the league in offensive efficiency, and LeBron nearly hit a 73% true shooting rate while grabbing MVP and FMVP. Ray Allen's buzzer-beating 3 in Game 6 of the 2013 Finals against the Spurs sealed a second straight title, their closest brush with a three-peat. But in 2014, the Spurs got their revenge, dismantling Miami 4-1 in the finals with a 14-point average margin. LeBron still put up 28.2 points and 7.8 rebounds, but the Heat were gassed, their defense slipping to 11th and their bench outscored by a mile. That summer, LeBron went back to Cleveland. Wade's knees started giving out, and Bosh's blood clot issues sidelined him for seasons. The three-peat dream was dead, leaving a super team meant to rule for a decade with just 2 titles in 4 years. Next up, a phone call and a sharpshooter's arrival rewrote history. Warriors dynasty. From 2015 to 2019, the Warriors hit the finals 5 straight years, winning 3 rings and reshaping how the game is played. In 2015, they rode a 73-win season to the title. After Durant joined in 2016, they grabbed back-to-back chips in 2017 and 2018. Their 5-year, 3-title run was second only to Jordan's 96-98 Bulls. But 2016 left a scar. Curry's unreal 30.1 points and 402 threes weren't enough, as the Cavs flipped a 3-1 finals deficit. Durant's arrival made them unstoppable, with a 32-6 playoff record over 2 years, sweeping or near sweeping everyone. In 2017, KD dropped 35.2 points on 55.6% shooting in the finals, outshining LeBron for FMVP. In 2018, they swept the Cavs, averaging 27.6 assists and 38.3% from 3, playing team ball at its peak. But cracks showed. Their bench thinned out as Iguodala and Livingston aged, and injuries loomed. In 2019, Durant's Achilles tore in the finals, and Clay's ACL went in Game 6 after he already dropped 21 points. With their top scorers down, the Warriors fell 2-4 to the Raptors, their scoring dropping from 115 in the West Finals to 105.8. The dynasty crumbled with Durant's exit, and the three-peat slipped away. The Warriors' peak faded, ushering in a new, chaotic NBA era where the three-peat curse held strong. Rule changes. Post-2001, the NBA tweaked rules to dial back defense. The 2004 no-hand checking rule nerfed perimeter D, making drives easier. Scrapping illegal defense in 2001 allowed zone schemes, but refs got stricter, boosting offensive flow. By 2011, elbowing and tugging were called tighter, cutting physicality for cleaner games. The goal? Flashier offense, higher scores, and more star highlights. These shifts changed the game's vibe. Assists and fast breaks took over. Think 2016 Warriors or 2021 Suns, thriving on ball movement and quick transitions. By 2019, league-wide assists hit a record 24.2 per game, with possessions breaking 100. Faster pace made teams competitive but jacked up the stamina, tactics, and roster depth needed for a three-peat. Shorter careers and injury spikes, plus back-to-backs and travel, forced teams to ration energy. The dephysicalized game made offense pop, but stability rare, a big reason three-peats are nearly extinct. Player fatigue. A three-peat means at least 294 high-stakes games, assuming no injuries, and 6-game series. In reality, the 91-93 Bulls and 0002 Lakers pushed 100 games a year, a brutal grind even for Jordan or Kobe. Back-to-backs, late flights, and film sessions wore teams down, with rivals scheming to upset or outlast them. Kobe called a three-peat mental and physical hell in 2005, 3 years after his last title. The 2004 Lakers imploded after the finals loss to Detroit. Shaq left, Phil walked, and Kobe's injuries knee, shoulder from a 66-game season didn't help. No load management back, then meant stars played through pain, and fatigue tanked the next year's chances. Team parity. The 1984 salary cap started curbing super teams, and the 2011 CBA's luxury tax made it brutal to keep 3 or 4 stars. Take the 2019 Warriors. Durant, a 26-point, 52.1% shooter, left for Brooklyn partly because Golden State couldn't afford him, Curry, Clay, and Draymond long-term. The draft system also evens things out. Struggling teams get high picks, like the 2014 Cavs snagging Wiggins to trade for Love, or the 2023 Spurs landing Wembanyama. Contenders, stuck with late picks, can't reload depth. Upsets, like 8 seeds toppling 1 seeds in 2023 and 2024, show how tight the league has gotten. A three-peat's now a gamble, not a plan. Modern examples. The 2020 Lakers steamrolled the Heat 4-2 in the bubble, with LeBron posting 27.6 points, 10.8 rebounds, and 8.8 assists. 7 months later, the Suns bounced them in the first round. AD's injuries, an aging roster, and a cramped schedule tanked them, with LeBron's 22.2 points his lowest playoff mark. Salary cap woes and expiring contracts killed any reload. The 2021 Bucks, led by Giannis's 35.2 points and 61.8% shooting, topped the Suns 4-2, but Middleton's 2022 knee injury led to a Game 7 loss to Boston, where they scored just 81 points. The 2023 Nuggets, with Jokic's 30 points, 13.5 rebounds, and 9.5 assists, won their first title, but in 2024, their bench scoring fell from 31.3 to 22.7, and they blew a 15-point lead in Game 7 to the Wolves. No team has hit 3 straight finals in a decade. Rules, trades, and injuries make dynasties impossible. The curse lives on. The last true three-peat was the 2002 Lakers, with Kobe and Shaq going 45-13 in the playoffs, dominating the Pacers, Sixers, and Nets with inside power and defense. But by 2003, Shaq's injuries and Kobe's 27.2 shots per game sparked drama, and the 2004 Finals loss to Detroit ended it. Shaq got traded, Phil left, and the dynasty collapsed. LeBron's Heat got crushed 4-1 by the Spurs in 2014, and he bolted to Cleveland. The Warriors' 2019 Finals saw KD's Achilles and Clay's ACL snap, losing 3-4 to Toronto. Every near three-peat LeBron, Curry, KD crashed on injuries, salaries, or locker room tension. Dynasties are ticking time bombs. The cap, drafts, and taxes keep the league even. Who's next? Jokic's steady Nuggets? The Celtics' deep attack? Or some dark horse? The three-peat curse waits for its next challenger.